Most people assume confidence comes from knowledge, but psychology shows something uncomfortable. The people who know the least often feel the most certain. And if that sentence annoyed you a little, good. That reaction matters more than you think, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why the brain does something that strange and how to make sure it never happens to you. Let's start with a scene you've lived. You're in a meeting, or a group chat, or a family dinner. Someone speaks with total certainty, strong opinions, simple answers, zero doubt. They dominate the room. And later, when you check the facts, replay the moment, or think it through, you realize they were wrong. Not a little wrong, confidently wrong. What makes it worse is this: the more wrong they were, the more confident they sounded. Meanwhile, you, the one who hesitated, who said, "I'm not sure," who wanted more information, you walked away questioning yourself. That feeling isn't weakness, it's awareness. And here's the first uncomfortable truth. The brain isn't built to measure truth, it's built to protect identity. Psychologists call this the Dunning-Kruger effect, but forget the name. Here's what it really means. When you don't know much about something, you also don't know how much there is to know. It's like standing on a small hill and thinking it's the whole mountain. The view feels complete, so you feel complete. But as you climb higher, you start seeing distance, complexity, blind spots, and suddenly certainty disappears. Confidence drops not because you're worse, but because you're finally seeing reality. That's the first revelation. Ignorance doesn't feel empty, it feels full. But that's only the surface. The real danger starts when confidence becomes emotional armor. Here's the second layer. The brain hates feeling incompetent. So when it senses a gap between who I am and what I know, it doesn't ask for learning. It creates stories. Stories like, "They're overthinking," "I trust my instincts," "It's not that deep." This is called cognitive ease. The brain prefers simple explanations because they feel safe. Complex thinking creates friction. Simple thinking creates comfort. So the mind rewards the person who stops questioning early. And this is where things get sticky, because once someone ties certainty to their identity, being wrong feels like a personal attack. So they stop listening, they stop updating, they stop growing. Now you might be thinking, okay, but I'm self-aware. This isn't about me. That thought, that's the third layer. Self-awareness doesn't come from believing you're self-aware. It comes from tolerating discomfort. People who grow are not more confident. They're more comfortable being unsure. They pause, they ask follow-up questions, they revise opinions, and because they do that quietly, they often look less impressive in the moment. But here's the twist, the one most people miss. The real problem isn't that stupid people think they're smart. That's just a symptom. The real problem is that certainty feels like progress even when nothing is moving. Confidence gives the illusion of advancement. Doubt feels like standing still. But in reality, it's reversed. Certainty freezes you. Doubt moves you forward. Growth doesn't announce itself loudly. It whispers, "I might be wrong." So what do you do with this? Not by shrinking, not by overthinking, but by adopting one quiet rule. Treat confidence as a temporary state, not a personality trait. Strong opinions are fine, as long as they're held loosely. The moment you feel the urge to defend instead of understand, pause. That pause is intelligence forming, because the smartest people aren't the ones who sound right, they're the ones who keep updating their map of reality. And the irony is, the moment you stop needing to feel smart is the moment you actually start becoming it.